How's it going, folks? This your boy Z the Real here, and I'm going to be ranking pretty much all the WWE Legends, right? It's from greatest to all time, meaning everybody's Mount Rushmore wrestlers. That means the wrestlers who have the most, who are the most iconic. A, meaning these are wrestlers who pretty much, they didn't win as many world titles as the GOATs have, but they had their eras, which they dominated the WWE. B tiers are mostly wrestlers who pretty much jobbed out at WrestleMania. These like their main eventers. They don't win as many belts, but they have some of the best storylines that people can never forget them about, right? They have from the interest music to everything about them. They're known for other things that they've done. The C's are only wrestlers that have had maybe one or two memories. They're still great wrestlers. They're still favorites, but they weren't known for winning world championships. They won every other belt title, right? That means you're the greatest IC title holder, your greatest European title, United States championship, and so on. That's the C's, right? They're not known for the B, A's, and GOATs, but they still have their memories. Now, of course, these are wrestlers just the weakest out this bunch. They didn't really do much at all. Like, you still remember them, but they're not known for their storylines or nothing like that. So without further ado, let's get started. First up, we have the rated R superstar Edge. I'm going to put Edge because Edge, again, man, Edge is an interesting character because Edge started from he was a Brood member, then he was a 11-time tag team champion with Christian. He left Christian and he became, like I said, he started getting the Intercontinental. Like, Edge started getting better and better. That's what I say about Edge. Like, Edge has just been like, I'm going to put Edge, I'm not going to say Edge is one of the greatest of all time. I'm going to put Edge in A. Edge is like right up here. I would put him at the GOAT, but the one thing about Edge, he didn't win as many belt titles. Like, I can't put him in the same category as Austin, Rock, Wright, Hulk Hogan, like Andre the Giant. But like Edge had his time, right? Both Raw and SmackDown, when he was on there, he basically won the World Heavyweight Championship at least 7-8 times, right? 6-time WWE champion. Like, he's had his time. Like, even now, man, seeing him and Randy was was legendary. Yeah, so Edge is an A tier, definitely A. Like I said, I'm not going to quite put Edge at the GOAT. That may change later on in this video, but I'm going to stick him in the A tier. The Great Khali. Now, Great Khali, I'm going to be honest, man. Great Khali, he was only World Heavyweight Championship once. Great Khali is pretty much like right here. Yeah, Khali is like in between C and D. He's not really... The problem with Khali is like, he ain't really that much for him. That's the problem. Like, and I understand that Indian wrestlers don't get much like accreditation. And see, this is why people gotta stop talking about my black wrestlers so much. We got other ethnicities that didn't get the same success. But Great Khali, I mean, he has known for that that match, that rivalry he had with the Undertaker. He did win the World Heavyweight Championship once. I'm gonna stick Khali down at C. Yeah, I'm gonna stick him down at C. People still liked him, they still enjoy watching him, but he didn't really do much as far as like, he's not quite B tier. He didn't have too much storylines built around him. So he's a C. Rated R superstar, Randy, like Edge, he's right here. These guys are both right there, right? The rated R the Viper, right? The Legend Killer, again. Randy Orton has pretty much defeated a lot of the legends, even in his time of evolution. That's what makes Randy so iconic, because again, Randy dominated the WWE for more than one time. Okay, even after leaving WWE, this guy's the youngest World Heavyweight Champion in history, right? The only reason why Edge is ahead of him is Edge been around the WWE longer, but no, Randy is a second generation wrestler, right? He's second generation wrestler, just like The Rock is, right? He's one of the greatest second generation wrestlers. This man literally has a lot of matches you can remember Randy for, right? Randy Orton's had a lot of memories. Okay, again, he's won the World Heavyweight Championship multiple times, WWE Championship more than once. This guy has had his own faction, which is Legacy, with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. He's also part of Evolution, which got him over. Like, Randy, again, man, and plus Randy was also an undisputed champion. Like, both Edge and Randy, they're both undisputed champions. The only reason why they're not GOATs because, again, they haven't won the titles many times as these other wrestlers being ready to put up. That's the only problem with Edge and Randy. Even Randy, there's other wrestlers that are just better than them. Like I said, again, I might put him at a GOAT. We gotta see. My opinion may change, but they're A tiers, without a doubt. Like, they're the example of A tiers. Bret the Hitman Hart. I'm gonna put Bret up here as Bret's a GOAT, no doubt, man. The Hart Foundation him repping Canada. This man went a whole year without using a belt title. Like, Bret was on the top for more than once. The only problem with Bret is that he did leave WWE the way he did, but for like the 1990s, like early 90s, yeah, that was Bret's like era. Yeah, Bret's heart is like right here. He's like in between. Yeah, Bret's like in between. Yeah, Bret's like an A, like he's like a high A. I want to put Bret as a GOAT. Yeah, Bret him and Hart, he's a GOAT, man. He's too legendary, man. Way too many people back Bret. Bret basically ran the WWE, dominated. Nobody can touch Bret Hart at all. Right? IC belt, this does have many tag team champion. WWE champion, once again, Bret dominated the WWE. Like the mid 90s was all his. Like 96 through like 1990, like I say 96 through 90, I say 95 through 97. Right? Was Bret Hart. Even when he went against Shawn Michaels, this dude battled Shawn Michaels more than once for that belt title. Like Michaels couldn't be champion as much as Bret did. Like Bret knew how to rebound. Like he's just too good a wrestler, man. I can't knock Bret at all. So yeah, Bret's the GOAT. He's one of the GOATs. I say Bret's career is bigger than Edge and Randy Orton. Yeah, they won more belt titles than he did, but again, like Bret is known for too many matches. Even in WCW, there's no forgetting about Bret at all. Goldust, Dustin Rhodes himself. Goldust is like at a D. The only reason why I'm putting Goldust as a D because Goldust is not known. Like Goldust has had some great memories. Don't get me wrong, but Goldust didn't really Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna do Goldust like that. I'll put Goldust like right here. Yeah, Goldust. I'm not gonna do Goldust like that. Goldust has too many memories. Yeah, Goldust is not really known for becoming world champion. Right, he's not really known for doing that, but he has some good memories. Like Goldust has had some. Like his gimmick is unforgettable. Right. His dream, like his golden dreams and all this stuff. Then he's had Terry Reynolds as his wife. He's even had Chyna by his side. Like Goldust has a lot of memories. There's times he shared with Booker T. Like Goldust again, man. He's like I said, he's another second generation wrestler, right? Yeah, Goldust is good for his gimmick. And that's where he's at a C. Like he's way more popular than Khali. I'm not gonna quite put Goldust at D because he's too memorable, but yeah, he's at a C. Now Bobby Lashley's like down here. Lashley hasn't really done much in his career. Let's just be honest, man. Lashley is just like, I don't know. They didn't do too much with Lashley at all. Lashley can't cover the gimmick wise. Like he's given opportunities. They put him in situations, but Lashley just can't. Again, he's just not a world champion. He's not what The Rock and Booker T or even Mark Henry was at all. Like Mark Henry's a way better wrestler than Lashley. Let's just be honest, man. Again, Lashley has the potential, but the problem with Lashley, again, man, like the storylines, you can't quite put a storyline behind it, brother, because he doesn't talk that well with the mic. Like it's hard to build around him. That's why they got him with Lana. They try and do something with him and Lana. It's just not been pan out. But he's had his opportunities. The man battled for the WWE title. He just could not win it. The only biggest match that Lashley has when he was representing Donald Trump going against Vince McMahon. Right, that's really the only thing he pretty much did. But he's not known for winning belt titles like that. Like Lashley that's like the only match you remember Lashley for. He's just not a good like real heavyweight champion, or WWE champion. He's good for everything else, but no, Lashley's mostly a D, man. The guy is not. He's not quite good enough to be B tier. I'm sorry, he hasn't done enough for me to put him above C. Ric Flair. This guy's like right here. Ric Flair, again, this man made the way. This guy inspired wrestlers like Triple H, right? Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton, right? Those guys, it was inspired by Ric Flair. Ric Flair is the first time, 16-time. His record couldn't be broken for years. 16-time Royal Heavyweight Champion, there's no doubt about it. That's the Nature Boy. There's no knocking Rick at all. Rick is a Mount Rushmore type of wrestler, just like Bret is, right? Again, Rick dominated in like 4 different decades, different eras. Rick represents the old school WWE. It was the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, right? The one with Gorilla Monsoon, that's how far back he goes. When you had Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, Gorilla Monsoon, right? And even that's how far back he goes, right? Buddy Rogers, Dusty Rhodes. He even comes back around when you had Arn Anderson, right? Arn Anderson and Dusty Rhodes. Yeah, this guy is good. Like he's good for what he was. Great man. Big Show. I'm gonna put Big Show. Big Show's gonna go down here to B. Now, the reason why Big Show is a B, because again, Big Show did win both the World Heavyweight Champion and the WWE Champion, right? Big Show has been tag team champion. He's won multiple belts. Big Show is good for storylines. The only reason why Big Show is not an A or a GOAT, because Big Show is not like a top tier like wrestler like that. He's good. He had he's had moments where he's won it, but he hasn't had he doesn't get long title reigns like that. Right? Big Show was a limited wrestler. Like, he'll win a championship, but he'll lose it. Right? He wasn't good enough to beat The Rock and Austin like that. Right? Rock, Austin, Triple H, those guys are just a little bit better than the Big Show. But Paul White had a great career. Yeah, so that's why Paul White is at B. I can't quite put him at Edge and Randy Orton level, because those guys did way more than he did. Like, Edge and Randy Orton had way more storylines built around him. Now, again, Big Show had his time, right? He at least won belts. He's won some belt titles. He had his time, but Big Show didn't quite do as much as these other wrestlers did. But he's good for a B. For a B, he's high B, man. Again, Big Show has a lot of matches you can remember for. He has a lot of WrestleMania moments. The man has been around. He's been on WCW, and he's had a good W career. So overall, he has a great career, but I can't quite put Big Show at A or a GOAT, but he's good for what it was. For a big man, he's one of the best big men we've had. As far as Giants, he's one of the best we've had, without a doubt. The Dudley Boys. Dudley Boys, like I said, as a tag team, they're like up here. Yeah, Bubba Ray and D-Ron are one of the greatest tag team champions of all time. That's why they're going in the A tier. Okay? They're like, as far as New Day, they way better than the New Day. Let's be honest, man. The New Day, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, I would put Dudley Boys at the top. The Dudley Boys dominate both ECW and WWE in the tag team division. Okay, you'll never forget about Bubba Ray and D-Von at all. They got one of the hard. They had one of the best theme music, right? Their Titantron was hard, right? They had the best gimmicks. Bubba Ray and D-Von knew how to work the ring, right? And the tag team division, again, these are one of the best that ever did it. I wish we had the New Age Outlaws down here, because I feel for the Dudley Boys, you didn't have a separate tier list for tag teams. Because that's the problem, man. The problem with the Dudley Boys, it's hard to put them in here because these are all individual wrestlers. But matter of fact, let's put the Dudley Boys at B. If this was a tag team tier list, they'd be like up here. But I'm gonna put them at B. Because neither one of these guys were World Heavyweight Champion or WWE Champions. They have one other belts, but they're mostly known for the tag team division. I'm gonna put them right here, right next to the Big Show. Again, I can't put them up here at these top because these are all individuals. But as far as a tag team, they're unforgettable, man. You'll never forget them at all. Great wrestlers. Yokozuna. Okay, Yokozuna. All right. The thing about Yokozuna had a time when he was good. Like, Yokozuna dominated the mid 90s. I say 94, 95. But Yokozuna, I'm gonna put Yokozuna right here at C. Because Yokozuna represents an era when I was very young watching him. I don't know too much about. I have saw WrestleManias where Yokozuna featured in, but Yokozuna didn't really win as many belt titles as like a Hulk Hogan or these other wrestlers, right? He was popular, right? He's one of the most iconic Samoan wrestlers we've had. He had a cool gimmick with Mr. Fiji as his manager. Yeah, Yokozuna's had his moments. He's had his time, but he's not quite B and A tier. Yeah, I can't quite put him at B tier because he didn't win as many belts. But he was a bad dude. Yeah, Yokozuna's like a high tier, he's like a high tier, I would say, who would I compare Yokozuna to? Not Rikishi. I think Rikishi, he's better than Rikishi. He's a little bit better than Rikishi in that sense. But yeah, he's had his time. He didn't have a long title run like that. He didn't have a long era like that. Rey Mysterio Jr. I'm gonna put Rey Mysterio Jr. right here at A. As a little guy, he's one of the greatest giant slayers. As a little guy, one of the best little guys of all time. He's definitely A tier, man. World Heavyweight Champion. He's won the WWE Champion, right? He's won the Cruiserweight. The man's also won the IC title. He's won a United States Champion. He's won every belt title around. That's one thing I give Ray. Even his WCW title, he's won every belt title he could win at his time with WWE. Like, this guy is truly a legend, man. I'll never forget Rey Mysterio representing San Diego. Again, Rey Mysterio's an icon, especially for as far as Latin wrestler. He's like the greatest Latin wrestler of all time. I would put him above Alberto Del Rio and even Eddie Guerrero in that sense. Rest in peace to Eddie. Eddie was good, But again, Rey Mysterio has a lot more memories. I mean, Rey Mysterio rose to the top big time. Like, he paid his dues. Again, man, Rey Mysterio wasn't gonna let nothing stop him at all. Extremely inspirational character. So I'm gonna give Rey that respects, right? He's an A-tier. He's up there with these guys. Austin, GOAT. Austin will go like right here. Austin is just above Bret. The only reason why Austin's above Bret because Bret left the WWE. Bret didn't stay. If Bret would have stayed in WWE and never went to WCW, Bret could have had a longer career, a better career. But Austin, again, man, Austin was too much of a fan favorite. Everybody in the house was watching WWE to watch Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let's just be honest, man. Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? In '98 was WWE champion in '98. Then he lost the belt title. '99 he got the title again. Austin had the belt in numerous years. Austin was just too big time. In 2001, Austin not only teamed up with Triple H, but he was also W champion then. This dude led the freaking alliance, right? Which is one of the biggest storylines, right? Going into 2002. Again, Austin was just too big time. Everybody's mom and daddy liked Austin. He was that favorite. He was that good of a champion, right? Austin had his time, man. Austin led the WWE for numerous years, going on in, right? That's why Austin is right there. Yeah, Austin, of course, Austin's not a 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, nothing like that, but again, he's a GOAT. Michaels, GOAT. Michaels is right here. Again, Michaels like Bret Hart, mini ribbons, and these two were arch nemesis. Michaels, again, man, like, you cannot forget about Michaels. Michaels, again, he's another GOAT, okay? Leader of the guy who started D-Generation X, he also led the NWO when Hogan left, right? Michaels got too many memories, man, through and through. He's won the World Heavyweight Champion in his time too. I think Michaels is like I think he's like a 3-time WWE champion, if I'm not mistaken. I know he won the WWE champion more than once, and plus Michaels was WWE champion for like 7 months, almost a year. He didn't have he had a longer title reign that Bret Hart did, but again, Michaels, again, man, Michaels is one of the ones who helped carry out the Attitude Era. So that's why Michaels is up here. Dusty Rhodes. I'm going to put Dusty Rhodes as an A. I'm not going to say he's quite a GOAT. Dusty Rhodes is yesteryear, right? He was in a much different era, but Dusty Rhodes is still iconic, right? He's still an iconic wrestler. He had and it's sad that his sons couldn't be just as big as him. His son could never surpass him. Goldust and Cody could surpass what Dusty was, but no, Dusty, I'm going to put Dusty at A. Because Dusty has too many memories, man. Dusty represents WWE back in the older days. Back in the 70s and 80s, right? Dusty Rhodes goes way back. This is one of Ric Flair's rivals. I can't quite put him at the GOAT tier, but he's still an A. That's Dusty Rhodes. I'm gonna give Dusty Rhodes that respect because he was an icon. He has a lot of memories, but he's better than B tier. Now Hulk Hogan be like right here. You don't put Hulk Hogan like right there. Yeah, Mr. Hulkamania. Yeah, Hulk is like right. You don't put him like right here. Again, Hulkamania, there's not much need to be said. Like Hulk Hogan, again, iconic, right? Movie, like one of the first WWE wrestlers to do movies, right? Along with Roddy Piper. Yeah, Hulk Hogan, big time. In WWE and WCW, Hulk Hogan pretty much was at the top tier, right? Macho Man Randy Savage hated Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan was always getting he felt that Hulk Hogan was too favored. Right? Again, even when he was Hollywood Hulk Hogan, man, Hulk Hogan was beloved. Right? Won the World Heavyweight Championship many times, WWE champion. Again, Hulk Hogan was like, again, he led the WWE for like the 70s, like the 80s and 90s. 70s, 80s, like early 90s was Hulk Hogan. Okay, so this is why Hulk Hogan is where he is now. Because again, man, like, again, our parents time, Hulk Hogan was that hero. Dude. He was their wrestler. When my dad and them was young and growing up, he was the guy everybody was watching on TV. So yeah, Hulk Hogan's definitely a GOAT. JBL. JBL is gonna go right here down to like, I'll put JBL right here at B. The only reason why JBL is not at a C tier is because JBL was a World Heavyweight Champion. Right? He did become World Heavyweight. He was a WWE Champion at one time, and I think around 2005. This is who John Cena had to go through to become champion. When John Cena defeated JBL, that's when John Cena got over. But before John Cena was become champion, he had to go through JBL. JBL dominated SmackDown when Teddy Long was running. Right? This is like 05, 06 was JBL's time. Yeah, so like I said, that's why JBL's not A tier, because he didn't win as many belt titles as a top. He's not quite A tier yet because he's not that iconic, but JBL has a lot of memories, especially when he was with the APA with Farouk. Again, even though they didn't win the tag team titles as much, they did have a lot of memories when he was an acolyte in the APA. But again, like Bradshaw won the world title. He was a world champion. That's why JBL's is a B tier, right? I'm gonna stick him behind Big Show because he did have his time. Andre the Giant, I'm gonna put him right here. He's another GOAT. Again, like I said, Andre the Giant, old school era, but Andre the Giant, you could not beat Andre the Giant at all. When Andre the Giant was champion, nobody was getting that belt. Andre the Giant was WWE champion, was World Heavyweight champion for a long time. Okay? Remember, Hulk Hogan had to get through him to become champion. And Hulk Hogan even said it. Andre the Giant did not have to give me the title. He let me to win. Andre the Giant allowed Hulk Hogan to win because Andre the Giant was just sick. But when Andre the Giant was in the ring, greatest big man of all time. Like, there's those denying Andre the Giant, dude. Like, guy from Germany, again, man, we just like, you gotta watch Andre the Giant's documentaries. That guy has some very good memories, man. They're just unforgettable. So that's why Andre the Giant's a GOAT, because again, man, he represents WWE, like, as far as like world champions that were just like super legendary. Dave Batista. I'm gonna put Batista like right here at B. Batista's gonna go like right. Yeah, I'm gonna put Batista at B. The only thing stopping Batista from being A tier, because Batista, the problem with Dave Batista is that Dave Batista didn't really have long title runs. Again, he had great storylines, right? He did beat Triple H at WrestleMania 21, right? But again, he didn't win the world title as many times as Edge and Randy did. That's the only problem with Batista. Batista had his memories, but and remember, Batista was off and on too, man. Like that's the only problem with Batista, right? Batista couldn't really like, he couldn't really cut it as like a Rock and Austin. He wasn't on that status, but Batista, again, he had his memories, right? He was an Evolution member, right? He was also a tag team champion at one time with Rey Mysterio. Yeah, he's had the World Heavyweight Championship, but he didn't win as many times. But Batista's still good because, like I say, everybody likes him from Guardians of the Galaxy, so he's a good actor. But as far as like in the ring, yeah, go around, he's a powerhouse. Batista had a lot of potential, and again, they did give him a run, but he didn't have as many eras. But again, he did win the World Heavyweight Championship at least twice. But no, he didn't do as much as Randy. I would like to put him up there with Rey Mysterio, but no, these guys here did a lot more than he did. That's the only problem, man. Like, Batista was kind of limited. That's the only thing, man. Like, again, man, he's a great wrestler. He's a great world champion, but he's just not as good. Like, he's not the best, but he's right here at B tier. Booker T, I'm gonna put Booker T. Booker T would be pretty much like right here. Booker T is just above Rey Mysterio. 5-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, right? The thing about Booker T, when he was as far as a WWE wrestler by himself, yeah, Booker T didn't win the belt as many times as he should have had, but Booker T, again, iconic. One of the greatest WCW wrestlers of all time, right? I would put Booker T. If this is a WCW tier list, Booker T would be up here as a GOAT, but he's just right here. He's a bit better than Rey Mysterio's career as far as that concerned. Because remember, Rey Mysterio and Booker T was in WCW for years, and Booker T was always on top of Rey Mysterio, only because Booker T was a heavyweight champion. Booker T was always in the heavyweight division. Rey Mysterio had to build himself up for years. Remember, Booker T started competing against he started competing for the WWE Championship more than once. Now I believe he won the WWE Championship, if I'm not mistaken. See that? That's why Booker T is at an A. I'm not gonna put him on GOAT status, but he's still, again, a lot of memories. He had some of the best gimmicks, right? That Harlem Heat gimmick, everybody will always remember that. I'll never forget the Harlem Heat gimmick when he was with Stevie Ray, his brother, right? So again, that's why Booker T is up there. And then let's see, I'm gonna put this, whoever this is, a D. This is a bad cutout. I don't know who this is. They cut out his pictures. I'm gonna stick them right there. Matter of fact, let's just leave them out. Let's see. I believe this is like Lance Storm. I can't make. I don't know if this is Vladimir Kozlov or this is Lance Storm, but Lance Storm is at D. If this is Lance Storm, which I think it is, he's at D. Yeah, Lance is not really known for no World Heavyweight Champion or the W Champion. I believe he might have been ECW champion, right? But Lance Storm didn't really he was mostly a low tier guy. He wasn't really known as no main eventer like that, right? I'll say as far as the Canadians, he's amongst one of the greatest Canadian wrestlers of all time, because Canada got their own separate like wrestling world. Like Jericho, Benoit, I think even Edge and Christian wrestled over there. The Hitman Hart, British Bulldog, yeah, those are all Canadian guys. He's amongst that list. But yeah, Lance Storm, I'm gonna stick him down at D, right? Cause yeah, this is like Lance Storm to me. He wasn't really known for it too much. Bill Goldberg, Goldberg is an A. I'm gonna put Bill Goldberg like right here. I'm gonna stick Goldberg like right there. Again, WCW, he's one of the greatest WCW wrestlers of all time. The only reason why Goldberg is not a GOAT, which a lot of people are gonna probably disagree with me. You're gonna have a lot of people try to put him at the GOAT. I can't put him at the GOAT because again, Goldberg did not wrestle for a long time, right? The problem with Goldberg is that even after he got fired from WCW thanks to Eric Bischoff, Goldberg should have went to the WWE immediately, right? That's the problem with Goldberg. Goldberg was missing in action for a very long time, right? And even when Goldberg made a return in 2003, man, the problem was, like Austin The Rock, wrestlers like Austin The Rock, Chris Jericho, right? Those guys have already made numerous memories, right? They've won that, they got that title many times. They had too many memories, even Kurt Angle, right? That's the problem. Goldberg came in, there was already other wrestlers who had a high amount of status. That's the problem with Goldberg, man. Goldberg, even now, man, like Goldberg having a WWE Championship, losing it to Braun Strowman, that don't count, man. He's too old. That's the problem with Goldberg. Goldberg should have done this back in like 2001, 2002, when you had the Alliance invasion, right? That's when he should have came in. Goldberg should have came in around 2000, right? I say around 99, when WCW fired him, he should have went to the WWE then. If Goldberg would have went to the WWE then, with Austin, and him and Austin and Rock be feuding, then Goldberg could be up here. But this is why Goldberg is right here. Goldberg is right here, just behind Booker T. Because again, man, Goldberg, yeah, went undefeated for a whole year, right? He was unstoppable in his prime, but Goldberg just took too much breaks. Like he was out the wrestling company for way too long, right? That's what stopped Goldberg from being a GOAT. But Goldberg's definitely A tier. Like out of Rey Mysterio and Dusty Rhodes, he's definitely better career than those two. John Morrison D. Yeah, the problem with John Morrison, he's another one of those characters who just had wasted talent. His talent wasted away, man. You really couldn't do much with him, right? That's the problem with Morrison, man. Like Morrison has the potential to be a WWE champion. They just didn't do much with him, even before, because just now recently he came back, but even when he was around in like 08, 07, right, 06, even when it's time after leaving Eminem, they didn't really do much with John Morrison. John Morrison was supposed to have a run that Jeff Hardy did, right? When Jeff Hardy had a run he did in TNA, that's what John Morrison was supposed to be. So that's the problem, man. Morrison was just, he couldn't cut it. Like Edge, Randy Orton, even CM Punk, right? Shawn Michaels, they were just other wrestlers who were just better than Morrison. Now, CM Punk, I'm gonna put CM Punk right here at I'm gonna put him right here at B. CM Punk's a high B. I would put CM Punk at A, but CM Punk only had one area that he ran it, and that was actually I'm gonna put CM Punk right behind Batista. CM Punk's best year was 2013, when he was I think he was undisputed champion, right? He was undisputed champion for a whole year. That's where I'm gonna put CM Punk. CM Punk only had 1 year where he really led the WWE. CM Punk, again, he didn't have really that many memories. He had memories, but it was just as big of a career as the A's. But yeah, CM Punk's definitely a high B. I'm only putting him behind Batista. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna put him ahead of Batista. Yeah, he's ahead of Batista, but he's slightly better than Batista in that sense. Because again, when WWE was interested, when it was the Authority era, again, CM Punk led an entire year. He's also the leader of the Nexus. But he led the Nexus, right? This man had beats with John Cena. That was legendary. He had a match with The Undertaker. Like, CM Punk, again, man, he had that 1 year where he was really good. He did more than what Batista did. Yeah, Batista had his runs, but not like CM Punk, man. That's why CM Punk's a high B, because he had that 1 year where he just dominated everybody. Right? You couldn't take the belt off of him. Especially when you have the Shield around. They kept CM Punk the title for a long time, even when he had Paul Heyman. That was CM Punk's best year. In between 2013 and 2014, even when he had a match against The Rock, right? So that's why he's up there where he is. Because again, man, CM Punk, again, I think he had a 2 year run. Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, I'm gonna put him like right above the Jeff Hardy's gonna go like right here. Alright. Jeff Hardy, again, one of the greatest tag teamists in WWE history, right? He was a WWE champion. And if you count his TNA, now even though TNA doesn't count, but he was a World Heavyweight Champion in TNA. For some reason, Jeff Hardy is the more favorite brother out of Matt Hardy. Right? Jeff Hardy had way more success than Matt Hardy. Right? That's the only reason why. Out of Matt Hardy, he rose above the best. One of the best high flyers in the ring. Jeff Hardy could also cut a promo, right? He could talk that well. Jeff Hardy made himself better. He's not quite on the level of these guys, but yeah, Jeff Hardy. He had another time when he actually had a. Jeff Hardy's just there because it's tag team alone, right? He's just his memories, right? And like I said, Jeff Hardy did battle Randy Orton for the WWE title, in which Randy Orton beat him for the championship, right? So that's the only reason why JBL is right here. Matter of fact, yeah, let's put JBL just behind. Jeff Hardy's just behind JBL. Cena's a GOAT. I'm gonna say Cena is like right here. Yeah, I'm gonna put Cena just right above Austin. Again, Cena, whether you like him or hate him, man, Cena is just too much of a fan favorite. Okay, that's the thing about John Cena. Right? John Cena has done too much for the industry, right? He's been on top for years, right? Since the Thug and Number gimmick, right? Like since his Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, since his rap gimmick, when he became WWE champion, he's been World Heavyweight Champion 16 times. He's broke the record. He's been WWE champion. If I'm not mistaken, he's been WWE champion at least, I think, 6 or 7 times, or more than that. No, John Cena is just too much. He's just too huge, man. His career far surpassed Austin and Hulk Hogan. That's why he's up there. Okay? I know a lot of people will disagree with me with that, but that's the only reason. John Cena's stats alone is why he's up there at the top. John Cena's a GOAT. Like when The Rock and Austin retired, John Cena became that next best thing, even behind Triple H. Right? That's why John Cena's up there, because this guy, again, he revolutionized WWE. This guy's even got people in hip-hop, like people of, this man made an appearance on 1 and 6 and Park. He got people who never watched WWE before into wrestling. That's John Cena. Right? If Vanilla Ice was bulked up, this guy's like a bigger, like if Vanilla Ice ever got in wrestling, this guy would be a way better version of Vanilla Ice. He's what Vanilla Ice could not be. That's Cena, pretty much. Yeah, Cena pretty much did everything he would want to do in his industry, and he was a tag team champion, right? He was United States champion. John Cena won a lot of belts, right? His career far exceeded these two, because these, like at one time, John Cena was rivals with both of them, Edge and Randy Orton. He was their rival, right? This guy fought against these guys to get the title, but again, he far succeeds those two. That's the only reason, man. And remember, man, Randy Orton, Edge's problem that he got hurt. Edge got injured. And again, this guy just passed up Randy Orton. So that's the only reason I'm putting John Cena that high on the list. So folks, this is the end of part 1. Part 2 is coming up next.